G'day and welcome to Eastern European TI11 qualifiers between Mindgames and Outsiders. We are back in the upper bracket semi-final to be exact. Best of 3 matches still. Only a best of 5 in that grand final for the qualifiers. And we have Outsiders and Mindgames. Outsiders came through in that first round of the upper bracket against Paripani and was able to progress quite easily. Paripani has since been knocked out yesterday, and Mindgames came through against PuckChamp, who did advance last night against X3. So both of these teams had a bit of a day off yesterday, watching the other teams play, and are now ready and waiting to do battle to progress through to the upper bracket final. One step closer to securing that spot to TI. In fact, the winner of this game going to the upper bracket final, they will have guaranteed going to the last chance qualifiers as well. So looking at our opening bans and picks, Undying and Batrider being taken out, that vision advantage from the Batrider immediately being taken away, and the Tombstone and Burst Heal from the Soul Rip being taken out from Mindgames. Outsiders getting rid of the Clockwork, that disruption in the team fight. Viper indicating that perhaps they're going to pick a Timbersaw or a Monkey King or a Bristleback, someone who really benefits from not having that break on the field. First picks, Lena, Marcy, Death Prophet, and Beastmaster. Beastmaster has been banned out in many, many games, and it has made it through the first round, and it was immediately picked up here by Outsiders. So that vision advantage that the Hawk gives, but the build up with the aura items into the Helm of the Dominator and Helm of the Overlord, really being able to lock someone down for a large duration with the Primal Roar means you can just take someone out. Very similar to the Batrider in that Lasso, Primal Roar, Lasso, very similar heroes, and has a big ultimate to just eliminate one hero from the fight, make it a 5v4, and immediately make it advantageous for your team. Lena, yesterday we've been seeing used as that magic build. So you get the flame cloak, deal 30% extra magic damage, and go to work. Marcy, long range stun initiation now with the rebound and the toss back dispose. Still pretty lethal, even though it's not a stun anymore, being able to reposition enemy heroes. And the Death Prophet. Likely we're going to see the Death Prophet from the off lane, and we'll see that Spirit Siphon being able to sustain him in lane, and then the Ghost being used to push down some towers and potentially secure Roshan. Second round of bans, Faceless Void, that large AoE control is just a little bit too strong in the meta right now, particularly if you have already a Lena and Beastmaster on the field. That's a lot of damage you can throw into the Chrono with the Laguna, the LSA, plus the Slave, and the axes from the Beastmaster as well. So the Void and the Terrorblade will be taken out, and in return, the Enchantress, Medusa, and PA will be removed from the pool. Medusa just resetting a fight. Medusa's ulti is very similar to like a Winter Wyvern ult, which interestingly has not been seen so far in this draft. Winter Wyvern has that ability to completely reset the fight and not allow any further repercussions, and just reset and decide whether you want to keep going in on a fight or back away. So Medusa, very similar in that aspect. Pop the Stone Gaze and pretty much fears the enemy in the opposite direction. And you can decide whether you want to keep fighting after that Stone Gaze wears off. Shadow Demon actually banned. I really like that ban. Shadow Demon is one of these really strong save supports. We've been seeing the pick of Dazzles quite frequently, and people trying to save others with snowballs from the Tusk. But Shadow Demon is just that really strong save that will pretty much just prolong an engagement, prolong an initiation, and let your team get around. Gives you opportunity for your ally to pop a BKB and not get bursted to nothing. Rubik will come out. Now this is interesting. There is an Enigma still in the pool. It hasn't been banned. It's almost like a bit of a gambit here to say, hey, we're leaving you Enigma, if you want to pick some sort of crazy 4 Enigma, assuming the Beastmaster will be 3. But we've grabbed the Rubik, so don't do it. We're holding onto the Rubik. The Enigma's made it through in the bands. Just stay away from that hero, please. So Outsiders could have drafted themselves into a little bit of a corner here, picking potentially their 2 and 3 in their first 2 picks. They'll go back for the Skywrath Mage. Excellent combo. Excellent combo. You got the Beastmaster Raw with the Skywrath Mage Mystic Flare on top. And that will pretty much destroy anyone. Unless that BKB has been popped. And without the existence of a hard save, that hero is dying. And I really feel like that's the meta at the moment. It's the meta of no longer sustaining, but it's the meta of damage. We need to deal more damage. We want to get the numbers advantage. No longer do we wish just to sustain forever in the fights. We want to get that numbers advantage, eliminate one off the field, and then take the fight from there. Yep, so it does indeed look like the Lina and the Beastmaster were the 2 and 3. And they've gone back for their 4 and 5 in their second round picks. Mind Games grab up Sniper. Pew, 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 pew. And it's interesting where they're going to run this Sniper. Of course, we did see for quite a while the rise of the mid-Sniper, no shrapnel build. No shrapnel, get the stats, get some lifesteal, and just hit really hard. We could see that in this game. It's more likely that it's a mid. Having a safe lane Sniper is a little bit all in. It's a little bit all in. And having a mid Sniper, I think, fits well with having an offlane DP. You have that offlane DP, you want to push with the Ghost, and Sniper can sit back at a safe range and plunk away at the tower without too much threat to his person. Getting those early levels with the mid Sniper will enable him to do that. A safe lane Sniper is going to take a bit longer to come online. Razor, indicating that perhaps Razor being banned, indicating that Mind Games perhaps are looking for a Lifestealer or a Troll Warlord, a really strong melee core that wants to get up close and personal with the team of Outsiders. Kunkka, on the other hand, banned by Outsiders, so that indicates they potentially think this Sniper is safe lane, banning out a predominantly mid lane hero in the Kunkka. And Pango as well, which once again is probably more of a safe lane, a mid lane hero over a safe lane. And there was also the weird possibility here that it's some sort of core Marcy with a 4 Sniper, 5 Rubik, mid Death Prophet, and they're waiting to pick their core last hero on Mind Games, their POS 1. I mean, that'd be funky. That would be a funky draft. But potentially we could see it. They do have one last ban, which will sort of give away who they potentially plan to pick here. Is it the Shoes? Welcome in. I did see you there before. Hope you're having a wonderful day. XGCX as well. They're taking their time on this last ban, really eliminating more so who they think will counter their pick, rather than who they don't want Outsiders to pick themselves. So Luna. Luna is strong tempo base, which would make sense with the Beastmaster. That's a really, really strong ban. When you look at an Ogre Magi and a Beastmaster, if you've got a Luna that is empowered with the Bloodlust, and then with a Beastmaster aura on top of that, same with Lina, Beastmaster aura on top of Lina with the Fiery Souls plus a Bloodlust, this Luna and Lina combo would absolutely go to town. So an excellent ban there. They still go for a fairly tempo-orientated POS 1 in the Bloodseeker. Haven't been terribly impressed with the Bloodseeker myself. I know it seems to be quite in the meta, but the Rupture, if you don't get strong timing with BKB, then you tend to fall off a little bit in the end. And ooh, actually Mind Games, have they been playing Mind Games? So we'll pick an Underlord last, so it's the BP 3-piece Underlord. Dino Zavrik will be safe lane with the Sniper, and it will be the mid Death Prophet Aincrad taking it over there. Bignum and Slayer will of course pick up the supports, and on the side of Outsiders, Ramses We'll be grabbing that Pos 1 Bloodseeker, Zakoda on the 5, Ogre Magi, Yamich, that 4 Skyreth Mage, DM, the offlane Beastmaster, and GPK with his mid Lina. So in terms of predictions for the draft, I really do like this Beastmaster Skyreth Mage combo. Really clean, simple setup. You've got Ogre Magi buffing up the 3 cores. You know, attack speed on attack speed. I am a little bit concerned about a safe lane sniper. It is very all in on that particular type of draft. And in those types of drafts, you tend to find yourself defending the high ground sooner rather than later. So I will be very interested to see if Mind Games can pull out a win here with this Dino Zavrik sniper. But I think my prediction at this point would be onto the Outsiders draft, a little bit clearer and easier execution with what they want to do around the map. Now hopefully I did turn my weather effects off and went back to default maps. Hopefully it should be default. Weather effects do appear to be off. I'll just quickly select the first option here. Not really even looking. Right. So both teams looking to move out with the 5-man smoke to begin with. Looking to get some early vision down. Yamich. Like he's got an obs and a sentry. Just trying to see if it will get spotted. GPK just came through. They see he's got an obs on him. Hasn't planned it yet. And they see Slayer with the obs and sentry as well. So everyone knows approximately where the woods are currently. Hanging it out on the side of Outsiders. Is there a wood up there? Maybe there is. They're not 100% sure. Maybe they'll have a sentry look at it later. But currently, they are standing right, 3 of them standing right under the vision of Mind Games. Ramses has just taken a vacation up to the top lane and decided that he wants no part in the rune contest. PP3P standing in the top river, watching over that top rune spot. Yamich and Zakoda looking to make a little bit of a sneaky move around, just in case Dino Zavrik wants to hang around in this area. They see him under the ward vision. They come up, maybe. 4 seconds, they're just waiting. And Dino Zavrik will make the correct decision and just back away. 2 runes going each way, although they want to get the harass. Bignum's here to sort of body block for the sniper. And that'll be all the harass before the creep waves meet. So on the bottom lane for Mind Games, Dino Zavrik with his Pos 1 sniper and Bignum supporting him on the Marcy. They'll be laning up against DM's Beastmaster and the Skyreth Mage being played by Yamich. In the mid lane, Ankrad playing the Death Prophet against GPK's Lina. Should be Lina, most lanes are Lina favored. And in the top lane, Ramses with Zakoda on the Bloodseeker and Ogre Magi respectively up against BB3Piece and Slayer on the Rubik. So in terms of this top lane, it's a damage mitigation lane. I really like it. Slayer and BB3Piece, they've got the damage reduction from Fade Bolt and the damage reduction from the Atrophy Aura. Well, not quite leveled yet, but they will have it soon. So Ramses is going to be struggling to potentially get some last hits. He's gone for Quelling Blade, but not really a whole bunch of stats after that. So I really liked a bit of a theme in that top lane from Mind Games with the damage mitigation. GPK 7 last hits in the mid lane against Ankrad's 6 and 1 at the moment, so quite even there. Yamich boots first, no mana regen, but I imagine he'll be sending some out on a courier pretty quickly. DM has the level in the axes, nothing yet in the Call of the Wild Hawk. Is there an easy way to kill it off? I mean, Sniper's not bad at hitting the boar, so pretty good lane counter to the boar in that Sniper. Once he gets that attack range, he can do pretty well. Top lane, Dakota's just giving a few beat downs over onto Slayer. Slayer gives the high five. Hey, give me the high five on the way out, thank you. That was We're doing this together. No, Zakota says I'm not interested in high-fiving. He really wants it. Slay. Oh, it expires. And the stun comes out immediately. Not only denies the high five, but gives him a piece of his mind with the fire blast. So Zakota just trying to use that innate regen and armor just to get the damage out on BP3 piece. Stun will come out, but that's about it. Just to secure a deny. Currently mid lane. Spirit Siphon will go into GPK, but he'll bottle up through that damage. And Crad holding on to the bottle rune at the moment, the water rune at the moment. Gonna use that regen. But look at the harass. GPK, he knows how to play this Lina mid. Oh, the last hit. Fiery Soul, attack speed will secure. And look at GPK just bodying up on this high ground. Anytime Ankrad comes up to try and contest the lane, just gets a Dragon Slave to the face. Yeah, another hit as well. Oh, tries to get a sneaky little deny there, GPK. Love to see it. Oh, they're going in on bottom with the Shrapnel. Bignum does toss back in. Yamich on the Sky at that low armor. And Yamich will go down. First blood. Dino Zavrik, the safe lane sniper with the 2 levels in Shrapnel. So definitely no early points and stats here. LSA comes out mid lane onto Ankrad. GPK will just stand his ground against the Spirit Siphon. Just wagering that he can trade a little bit more damage. Oh, the concussive shot and the slave through as well. A lot of damage on this mid lane into this Death Pit. Death Prophet is going to rely on that Spirit Siphon to stay up. Oh, the stun comes out on Zakota. Follow up with the level 2 Firestorm. Actually takes a fair beating there. Quite unfortunate to get the Centaur Conqueror. Kicking him out of his little neutral camp. Bignum having to wander up into the triangle of outsiders. Just checking to see how the grass is up there. So in terms of level... Blood right onto the ground. Lift coming through on Zakota. Stun will come out, but it's lift straight back into the Firestorm. And that percentage-based damage just ripped through that Ogre Magile. You might have a bunch of armor, you might have a bunch of regen, but when there's a level 2 Firestorm going on you, that's gonna hurt. Ramsey's gotta be careful. We'll just heal up off the creeps. Just sidestep around that Firestorm. Jumps back in for one last little tick of it, because why not? Go mind games. Let's go to TPing back in. As the level 2 ignite, they might go for have a go here. Blood right is available. Stun actually doesn't come out onto Slayer. Well, they might have had enough burst just to get through Slayer. He was holding on some 1 charges. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, GPK's run out of mana. He's got 2 wands and a Fairy Fire, and Crad just running back. This is a real beastie lane in the middle. Top lane again, Fire Blast with the silence on top. Bloodright will connect. Ramsey's chasing him down, getting body blocked by the creeps at the moment. Still hitting. That's a bit of a bait there from BP3 piece. Holding those 6 wand charges. He knows how tanky he is. He's got boots. He's not going to be chased down by a Bloodseeker just yet. Does the lift come back into the Firestorm? No, Slayer will just hold on to it for the time being. Meanwhile, Outsiders supports are moving to the mid lane just to secure the 6-minute rune spawn. In fact, they might even want to try and get a kill here. There's no vision around. Well, they do get the D-ward there, so there was a vision spotting out Yamich's rotation. But they might still try and make a go here. Yamich is going to run into him. Silence comes out with the Spirit Siphon. Hit first Laguna. Stun. Rebound. Over onto GPK. LSA to follow up. Onto Ignite. Will connect on both as well. Ankrad TP's away. Bingham might be the collateral damage. No. Gentleman's agreement. And both just walk their own way. Yamich is a reward for the pilgrimage. We'll grab that bounty rune. Oh, Dino Zavrik, they got 3 charges of shrapnel, and oh yeah, the rebound stun, and Skyrath Mage is feeling the hurt on this bottom lane. Lina topping the last hits, but in terms of those safe lanes, Sniper is leading at 12 denies as well, most in the game, so DM being starved a little bit of levels in this bottom lane. Feeling he's going to try and catch up in the jungle. He'll farm quickly once he gets some levels in his boar and the axes, so he'll be fine. The faster you can get that Helm of the Dominator into the Underlord, into The Overlord would be much better for his farming and pressure on the map. Top lane though, Dakota is going to throw out a stun. We'll catch the Firestorm as he walks through the trees. Lift back into the center of the Firestorm, and that's a dirty combo. That's really dirty. Just when you think you've escaped it, Slayer says, come back here. The party's not over yet. Ramsey's still under pressure. There's a rotation coming through. GPK's here with the Laguna, and whoa, Atrophy Aura. Eat your heart out because it's going to do nothing against the Laguna Blade. Bottom lane, the stun, rebound. Shrapnel's on top. They're slowing it down. It's a level 3 Shrapnel. There's another chart. They will just TP out. Just TP out. Just TP away. The worms will have you. DM getting a few tips there from his teammates. Oh, Ankrad. He stepped up. Silence. Amp magic damage. They will follow up with the stun. Lift onto GPK. Slows down the ASL. Doesn't actually get the LSA off. And they're going to turn around. With the rebound, Dispose is available. Ghosts are being procced as well. GPK with the Fairy Fire. We'll just get a last hit before he goes down. Priorities right there. Priorities. Realizing that he's going to go down. Go ahead and grabs that ranged creep just before he dies. That's called maximizing your lifetime right there. The ghosts have been procced. Only a quarter duration left. The glyph is going to pretty much see it out. So the tier 1 tower won't really take too much damage. Raw coming in though onto the Marcy with the follow-up Central Conqueror stun. Damage holding onto the silence for afterwards, and GPK will just get a little bit of collateral. Says yes, please, and thank you. Slayer's surprisingly tanky right now with 11 sticks plus an infused raindrop, so he's not an easy takedown. He's actually pretty close to level 6. He's gonna get his spell steal online reasonably soon. Ramses has got the Rupture out, 3 levels in Thirst, so we'll be looking for a bit of a rotation, someone with a stun, probably GPK or the Ogre to come through to ensure that TP away just doesn't occur. What I think is more likely to happen is there'll be mass TPs from the side of Mind Games if the Rupture does come out, because level 1 Rupture, you can sort of just walk away. Particularly on a strength throw, big HP pool on this Underlord. You get ruptured, you know, if you're in this vicinity, you can pretty much walk back to your tower and be safe underneath it. Let's just switch over to our net worth. We can see that Sniper is at the top with 4.5k gold, 4.6k gold right now. So he's leading those net worth charts well ahead. About 700 gold ahead of the Bloodseeker, played by Ramses at the moment. DM has the Helm of the Dominator, and will probably be working into that Helm of the Overlord as soon as possible in a big black dragon, or potentially the new Frosty Ancient Creep. Smoke comes out though. 2-man smoke, no exorcism for 19 seconds. Bignum's on the prow. He's got a level 2 in rebound. Ankrad, all the charges of the Spirit Siphon. They're body blocking. They have a roar. Zakota's going to show. In fact, they're going to go in. They missed the rebound stun. They're just going to sack. They're just going to sack Zakota here. The DM decides that it's not worth it, seeing a few too many heroes, and just does back away from that tower. You know, you're getting an Ogre Magi there for not really much. You're not getting any map pressure. You've rotated 3 heroes bottom for that kill. Meanwhile, GPK is coming top. DP 3-piece. They might be able to get the pos 3 of Mind Games. But they're predicting this. The TPs are coming in. Slayer's here as well with the level 6 Rupture. Comes out. Stun does miss. Bigman's in with the turnaround rebound. He will have enough damage GPK to get the damage on. Out comes the Scarf Mage ulti on top of BP 3-piece. He will walk away. Ramses, he stepped up a little too far, and Dino Zabrik's here to clean house. Got a Mask of Madness. Guy's absolutely insane. I think thematically this is working well, because Dino Zabrik, you know, he's got Dino in his name, and he's sort of got a big Dino Underlord lad right here. So thematically, Mind Games are on point. On point at the moment. Ramsey's looking for the Maelstrom first. Probably Maelstrom into BKB is the go-to build for a Bloodseeker. It's like visual bug just keep popping up there. Usually Usually the Bloodseeker does need the protection of that BKB to be able to go in and deal the damage. Otherwise, you sort of just go in, get controlled, and have issues. I think it's from the wild axes, honestly. But it seemed like just then. Let's just see the wild axes, see if that does that visual bug again. Can you use them? Okay. Not sure. Hang on, bottom. Pit of Malice does come out. It's a level 1. So choosing to get some levels in Pit of Malice before maxing out the atrophy, I think an excellent idea. With the rebound, catches Dakota with the disposed back, and there's 4 people there to greet him. Dakota's starting to feel like his big, strong, tanky ogre. He can't really embody the persona of Ogre Magi anymore. May need to start using more of the brains of the Ogre Magi than the brawn at this point. He's no longer a tanky boy on lane. Does die very, very easily. 2 brains are better than 1, you know. Bignum looking for actually phase boots into a Blightstone. Maybe even a Solar Crest or Medallion of Courage and Solar Crest build. I doubt he's going to be going for Desolator. Could just be the Orb of Corrosion. Which wants to have that additional Orb of Corrosion value on the team. It's not bad to have 1 person on the team with an Orb of Corrosion. Helm of the Overlord, 1200 gold away, and soon Beastmaster will be very, very dangerous on the map. See if you can grab an Ancient Black Dragon, a Drake. So, Outsiders just playing it really cagey at the moment. They sort of sense something is up. There's smoke coming through their jungle. Big Nomi can initiate from a long way. They know he's farming there. Jump in. We'll use the rebound to follow up. LSA catches on 1, but it's not enough. 3-man blood, right? Ghosts have been committed. I think they want to get the tier 1 with these ghosts. They haven't got kill hungry at this point. They want the objectives. And Ankrad will happily oblige by bringing his ghosty boys in this direction. Dino Zabrak now with the Dragon Lance and actually heading into a Desolator himself. His sniper. He's going to be headshotting and not giving people too many chances to live if he gets the opportunity to click. Long range plus damage. Damage getting a deep ward. Will they see the TP? Okay, very good. If they saw that TP, even if they didn't stop it, they may suspect that there was a deep ward down here. So, very, very quick TP, immediate TP there from Zamich to ensure that his ward location doesn't get spotted out. GPK not going for the Magic Lina build this game, and instead will be keeping on the right-click BKB into Boots of Travel. Already has the Falcon Blade, because Falcon Blade is just everybody's favorite uncle now. No longer is it solaring. Falcon Blade is the it item. Want some damage, some HP, some mana regen, everything you could possibly want. All in one convenient location. Like a variety store. DM just playing very safe in this bottom lane with the wards, deep wards, plus the Hawk scouting out. He does get a lot of time to TP away. He's just cutting deep into the trees here. They sort of sense he's around. They're pinging it out. Somewhere down here. Big Gnome, he's sniffing it. He's sniffing it out. Oh, did they actually just walk past each other like ships in the night, Big Gnome? Will come, but there's a route. Follow up with the Pit of Malice. Slayer will be there with an additional bit of control with the lift if needed, and the Unleash will do the work. They found out this little cheeky Beastmaster down in the bottom lane. GPK has the completed BKB, and I don't think I've seen that actually. The reduced mana cost on BKB. 47 mana from the Fairy Trinket, just 3 mana less. A little bit of value. Value everywhere. EE efficiency. Slayer has a completed Ether Lens, wanting to be able to grab someone. Actually has a stolen Raw. Oh, I didn't call that out before. Slayer's grabbed that stolen Raw. He's looking to make a big play right now. Between Raw and Telekinesis, you can lock someone down for a very long time. They make the smoke. This is a big 5-man smoke. They want to make use of this Primal Raw. I don't know if Outsiders are aware that that's the spell that got stolen. I think Axes were cast pretty much immediately after, but for that split second, Raw was available and Slayer was so quick. Oh, Yamich is actually a good find in terms for Outsiders. They want this to be the catch, yeah. And Outsiders are super happy with that. You know, you invest a 5-man smoke and Mind Games. Oh, actually, they say, yeah, a Skyrim Mage isn't enough. We want more. Roshan, come here. Let us give you a piece of our mind. And that's exactly the right call, because for a 5-man investment, for centraling all your heroes on one spot on the map, getting a support pickoff just isn't worth it. In terms of efficiency around the map, you will actually lose out, even if you get that kill. But if you play Roshan as well, all of a sudden it becomes very, very worth it. Desolator is 200 gold off being complete. These stacks here are going to give it to him. He's got Ancient stacks, Large Camp stacks, Dino Zavrik. He's loving it. He's having a dream sniper game. Wasn't pressured at all. And now he's getting to farm up wherever he wants. 3-man smoke coming from Outsiders. Ramses is in the area, but not under the cover of the smoke. DM has the completed Helm of the Overlord. So we have the Ancient Thunderhide. Thunderlight ready to give that bonus attack speed for 8 seconds. 75 bonus attack speed for 8 seconds. It's a lot. It's a lot. Like, just to give you a perspective, Inner Beast is 40 bonus attack speed. So, the Ancient Thunderhide Frenzy is almost double Inner Beast. Obviously, it's only to one target. And, okay. Damn, give it to everyone. Here comes Dino Zavrik. He will get caught by the silence on the back line and the stun in the main part. There's a stolen, there's a Raw on top of Underlord. He will go down. Ramses ran in the BKB. The tier 1 tower will stand firm still. Look, quick little engagement. Yeah, the deny will come out. So, Dino Zavrik, the correct target there not to go on, since he is holding that Aegis. So, quite a good fight there from Outsiders, actually engaging into an Aegis and getting away with a 2v1. Saying that, though, it was the Lina that went down. So, a pos 2, 4, 3, and 4. I guess it levels out, and the tower did fall, albeit being denied. And Crad, let's look towards his items. So, has a Yul's Scepter, holding onto that Fairy's Trinket as well, just reducing those mana costs slightly. And he's working towards the Sanj and Yasha, but possibly also just a BKB. Both are queued up at the moment, not quite sure where he wants to progress. Scan bottom does catch out the team of Outsiders, so Mind Games are well aware of where Outsiders are positioned. It might just be a tier 2 for tier 2 trade. No, in fact, Mind Games, they're tipping in to defend this. They have the Aegis. Why wouldn't they? There is a Hawk scouting out BP3 piece. Just giving them the vision they need. But he's only 2 who've TP'd in. Slayer's in the area with a level 4 Dragon Slave. Not the worst spell to have, honestly. Damage. Oh, there's a Raw. Comes out with the Mystic Flare on top. It's a lot of damage. Avery's tanky. He's living through it. Raw plus Mystic Flare. He just walks away. BP3 piece doesn't even have a hood or anything. It's just 2,100 HP. That's a level... I guess it's only a level 1 Mystic Flare. Yeah, I think that's what made the difference. Yeah, with what he got down to there, 150 health. If that had been a level 2 Mystic Flare, he certainly would have died. So... that's a lot of commitment for the side of Outsiders not to get the kill, but it looks like Mind Games just gave up the tower anyway. With the catapult coming in, Ramses was able to stand firm. With the BKB there, not too much fear. We'll pop it if needed to. We have a Mind Games movement coming in on top. You gonna spot out GPK? It's hiding. It's just hiding in the trees. We'll go in with the BKB and the LSA. We'll tick up Bingham before he gets a chance to do anything, and then just TP out. Dino Zavrik, you don't have that much damage yet. He's got a Deso, but not enough damage to burst through a BKB Lina as they're TPing away. Absolute gall on GPK to go for that kill when he's being surrounded by 3 heroes of Mind Games. Raw is available again in 2 seconds. Now the Ancient Granite Golem. Extra 15% HP on allied units. Not a great one for bursting someone down, but certainly makes everyone a little bit more tankier. And there's more stacks again. Every time I look into this triangle, Dino Zabrak is just farming up a stack. There's another hard camp stack as well. I think that's all he's doing is stacks. Saying that though, Bloodseeker has hit the top of the net worth chart. I mean, it's pretty close. They're both pretty much even at this point, but I'm surprised that Ramses was able to keep up with the farm of this sniper who has just been clearing stacks over and over again. Bloodseeker, he's going to go for the halberd. Probably a better item against the sniper and the Marcy. 5-man smoke though from Mindgames. They're moving through their own jungle, heading to the side of the map. DM senses it's up and will move away. It could catch the creeps if they wanted. Would be a nice little bounty, but they want more than that. Sniper does actually reveal himself with the hit. Aegis will expire, no levels in Assassinate. So he does want to hit hard and not worry too much about that ultimate at this point. Now the reverse smoke comes out. Outsiders, seeing that the smoke has popped, will now move out on the map themselves. Ramsey's leading the charge. He has the fire spirits on him, giving a little bit of damage mitigation. GPK has the haste rune, blinks in, LSA will miss. Raw, they're going to catch the sniper. They're committing hard on top of him. It's a BKB, but a stolen Raw around on the Lina. And now they turn around at him. He's actually hit him with a death zone. He will go down. Ramsey's in with the rupture. And the BKB able to get in and get a return kill eventually on the sniper. Slayer, my goodness, with the stolen Raw again. Slayer, you're too good on this hero. He is too good. Just completely turning around that engagement. There is no way that the sniper lives even for a moment if GPK gets to hit him for a second. In they go. They're going for a 4-man rotation. They get it. There's no BKB available. Root with the Pit of Malice on top. Rebound stun. 4-staff comes out from Yemich trying to get him away. Ramses will actually get out and they can turn around. They're hunting Rupture in 17. But the side of Mindgames do make the smart play and will just TP home. Leaving a juicy little bounty rune there for DM to come and soak up. Line his pockets with. Capturing that outpost, try and contest the XP around the map at the moment. Top lane, GPK is going to find Slayer, and you are not allowed to keep that stolen Raw. It was about to come off cooldown. How about 1 second ago? GPK says, that's stolen property. I want it back. Thank you very much. BKB close on BP3 piece. Will soon have it. And really give him a bunch of protection in the fight. Already he's very tanky. We saw how much he can survive through Mystic Flare. With the Raw on top, but with that BKB, pretty much won't have any fears in the fight, apart from maybe a Lina, just if Lina gets some more damage. Yeah, if he finishes up this Daedalus, which I do love going straight for Daedalus. None of this Silver Edge stuff or Bloodthorn. GPK is going straight in for damage. He wants to be able to crit and bring someone down in incredible pace. Bignum. We'll find one Hawk. Should be careful not to hang around in the area too long. The Zoo's going to find him out. And both sides will retreat tentatively back to their own teams. And Crad does have the BKB. Decided to finish the BKB first over the Sanj and Kaya, so deciding you need that magic immunity first, but will look like he's still going to go back for the Sanj and Kaya next, and then into the Shiva's Guard, looking quite a long way forward. Dino Zabrak has the Lincoln Sphere. The no more will Primal Roar get an initiation on this sniper. He'll have to have something to proc it first, and that just gives more time for Slayer to get the job done with the stolen Roar. This Ancient Granite Golem, 250 gold. Yoink, plus 250. We'll take that. On the side of Mindgames, DM really hasn't progressed past that Lord of the Helm of the Overlord. Guess does a blink working towards a BKB. Actually, I lie. He's farming quite well. Dakota is just currently a Bloodlust bot. That's Dakota's job right now. Walk around, give bloodlust to his allies, and hope they can win the day for him. At least, as an ogre, you have that job to do. You know, some supports at this point in the game, you had a fair few deaths early, you got 3.7k net worth. You know, you sometimes feel like you can't have much of an impact, but Dakota, he's got a level 4 spell, he keeps chucking out on his heroes, he's making a difference. One little bit at a time. This POS 5 ogre. Ramsey has the completed Heaven's Halberd and the Mjolnir. So that Mjolnir will deal a lot of damage if the sniper starts hitting him with it on. Heaven's Halberd being able to stop either the Marcy or the sniper hitting. It's really targeted at the sniper. Oh, sniper has an enchanted quiver as well. Ooh, for the next attack, bonus 225 magical damage and an additional 350 bonus attack range for that attack and True Strike. So True Strike's going to go straight through that Heaven's Halberd, making sure that no miss occurs there at all. Sange is completed. BP3 piece has the BKB. Slayer close to blink, about 316 gold away. And both tides just mirroring themselves at the moment. In comes an Underlord over coming in, BP3 piece, but he's been caught on the entrance. Doesn't get a chance to get the BKB off. Slayer will go down to the crits of GPK on the backline. Ramsey's picked up the Rupture onto Ankrad, and it's a 3-0. They want more. There's a Primal Roar in the background, and Marcy will fall next to the Rosh Pit. And Roshan delivered, signed, sealed, and delivered for Outsiders. Oh, the tip comes out of the BP3 piece. Yeah, that engagement, getting caught by the LSA coming in and just being bursted down. That Daedalus doing work. Cut straight through that Atrophy Aura. And the push will come. We now have the Ancient Ice Shaman. We're seeing all variety of ancient creeps this game. The Ancient Ice Shaman, damage 50 damage per second. Actually can throw it towards buildings as well. So 50 damage per second for 8 seconds. Are you kidding me? Oh, building damage is 25%. I was going to say that would be a little bit broken. Let me just deal a casual 400 damage to a building with a cast of 100 mana spell. Yeah, that seems good. No, 25% damage on buildings, so it is reduced by a quarter. Reduced by 3/4. The BP3 piece knows if he's going to make a move like that in the future, he has to pop that BKB as he comes through, be spamming that button, because it's good potential there's an LSA or a Roar immediately coming through. Even a Ogre Stun, even the humble Fire Blast might be enough to start that lockdown and keep him under control for the duration of his life for his HP. Dino Zavrik now moving into the crit stick himself and into the Silver Edge. Silver Edge, not particularly useful this game. I mean, it can break the Bloodseeker, which is pretty good. Break the Lina. They're things that are very beneficial in a fight, but normally you think about Silver Edge as a really heavy counter item to heroes that have innate strength and invulnerability to certain damage. So you think about a Bristleback getting rid of his Bristleback and a Timbersaw getting rid of the reactive armor, just so you can burst through them, DK with the Dragon Blood. You gotta burst through them very quickly, but not to say that's not effective against Thirst or against the Fiery Soul stacks. Wards being placed, they're on the hunt. Rupture comes out, it does catch Ankrad. He will pop the BKB, but Ramses, he doesn't care, he's just straight in there. Get the Mjolnir buff on top. Off to the side. Zakota's here. DM is collapsing. And there's no way that Mindgames could take that fight. Once that Rupture got taken out on the Death Prophet, very, very hard for the Death Prophet to play the fight as they want to. Even got the Spirit Siphon off with the Yule Scepter, which wasn't enough to heal through. In positive news for Mindgames, Dino Zavrik does make it out. No level yet in Assassinate. He's going for all the stats. I want to be stronger. I want to be stronger. And, sorry, missing that one. On the bottom lane, GPK just takes out an Underlord. I was busy getting excited about the stats of Sniper. That's a 5v4 currently in a moment. I don't think they're really going to get up onto the high ground. They still have Aegis. It's expiring in 2 minutes. They definitely would like to clear out this tier 2 in that time, but whether they get a high ground push is debatable. It is against a sniper. It's always a rough high ground against sniper. Sniper Underlord, Rubik. Actually, the high ground of Mind Games is a little bit disgusting. When you look at the jump, they have a dispose back to relocate heroes. They have sniper, obviously. Rubik has quite long range spells as well with an Ether Lens. Ankrad can throw out the Quip Swarms. And of course, there is the Underlord who, Firestorm plus Pit of Malice can clear creep waves very effectively. And heroes don't really want to stand underneath that combo either. He will tick down quite quickly. So the high ground is rough. I think the only way Outsiders breaches that high ground is with a few kills and a quick succession down the lane. Even with the Aegis now, they've decided they had enough time to make a push, but even with the Aegis, 49 seconds now, they decided that it wasn't safe. 20k net worth lead, Aegis in hand. With the high ground that Mind Games possess, it was just too much of a risk to try and walk up there. That's the strength of the heroes that Mind Games have right now. Deep ward placed down the low ground here. Going to scout anyone coming out to this tier 2 tower. I don't think they'll fall for it. Is this the Halberd? Completed Halberd coming out for Ankrad. They actually decided to go for that instead of the Yasha and Sand. Wants a little bit more versatility in the fight. It's a little bit more control. And there's a 5-man smoke coming out from Mind Games. Where are they going to head? Surely they're not just going to go straight down the lane. Maybe they will. Maybe that's the least expected place to be. DP 3-piece will show. Slayer and Bingham leading the way, looking to try and get some catch. Dino Zavrik, he's with his supports. The little sniper wants to pew pew pew. Quiet, everyone. Quiet. They decide to break the smoke, farm some Ancients. The temptation is too great for Dino Zavrik. Him and the Ancients have had a very profitable agreement this game. DM now has the Ogre Seal Totem, tier 3 neutral item. Very, very good. Good mobility across cliffs. You just jump on down. You're going to get trapped here, just jump on down. Just Ogre Flop it down. Ogre Seal Flop, what a name. Who would have thought that in Dota there'd be a spell called Ogre Seal Flop? Certainly, Cowboy Ursa certainly wouldn't have thought there would be a spell called Ogre Seal Flop. So, how the times have changed. Yamich does have a 4-staff Blink and Ghost Scepter, so he's all about staying alive. This Skyth Mage is not really interested at all. Top lane. Oh, blinks in, gets the kill, and goes down. BKB popped now as well. Well, Yules actually dodges that Laguna. He can't stand his ground though, Ankrad. The Daedalus is too strong with the DD on GPK. He's actually up there all alone and does the work. The bash comes out through the BKB. Will proc his own BKB himself, Ramses, and just keep hitting. Oh, it's a sad sight when your Underlord is just getting bashed, locked, controlled under his own Pit of Malice. They're immediately coming back out. Oh, he's Zabrik. They want to try and make a jump. They will find this Scarlet Mage, but out comes Primal Roar. There's a stolen. Oh, it's only stolen axes. It's not good enough. And Dino Zavrik, he's just being controlled and he's taken down. This could be the high ground situation they're looking for. Marcy gets taken. There's a gem on the floor. I thought Slayer may have grabbed that stolen Roar one more time, but it wasn't to be. He didn't quite get it. The axes came out just too quickly for Slayer to grab them. Sniper has a buyback. There is a buyback available, but blink in. Hex onto Ankrad. GPK will back it away. Completed Hex now on GPK as well. This boy is large. He's large and in charge. AC, Daedalus, Side the Vice. He pretty much feels like he can take on the whole team at the moment. When he had a DD before, he pretty much did. DM with a 4-staff and that stolen gem. Actually, it was Zakota's gem in the first place. I think they got it back. It was a recovered gem. They're recovering stolen pieces of property this game. Outsiders, they're recovering their spells from Rubik. They're getting back their gems. This is a game of retribution for Outsiders at the moment. They don't want their stuff taken anymore. Dino Zabrak, though, he's starting to fall behind in the farm a long way. 26k net worth now lead on to Outsiders. You can see the graph being relatively even after 20 minutes has just slipped away XP and gold. We're currently saying Gaben predicts 97% win probability to Outsiders. I'd be tending to agree at this point in the game. There's going to need to be some big steals from Rubik. Has he got an Aghanim Scepter? No, and he's nowhere near getting one. Aghanim Scepter on Rubik might do enough. Blink in, Hex, lift over onto GPK. We'll pop the BKB on BP3 piece, and we'll live away. All the while, Dino Zabrak is going to work from the sidelines. Pew, pew, pew. Desolator isn't enough. The Roar comes out and it rips. He's a Ferrari. He's coming through. He'll chase you all the way to the throne. Oh boy, he was quick. GPK will pick him up on the outside, and it's GG. Game 1 going to Outsiders. Mind Games putting up a valiant fight with a 30k net worth lead. Outsiders will claim it.